Okay, I do apologize for this video being late. I had to figure out what to say about this movie. Don't get me wrong. It is definitely not a bad movie. Oh yeah, Bugs Life? Hell no, it's a great film. But do I consider it to be as good as Toy Story? Well, I'll tell you. Oh, after I talk about the history and the actual story. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit of the history. So, back in 19 and back when Toy Story was in production, there was one the producers of Disney called Jeffrey Katzenberg, who helped out with films like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, and again The Rescuers Down Under and stuff. He he thinks that he had a great idea about making a CG animated film about bugs. So he left Disney because he wanted to be CEO of the company, but they denied him. He left Disney to start off DreamWorks with Steven Spielberg, and he made Ants, and that film came out first. Ants was a good film. I think Bugs Life is actually the better picture because, it was pretty groundbreaking for the animation for DreamWorks to do CG animation for insects. Because everything in that film was like to scale and stuff. That's the best part of the film, the animation. But there was a lot of good comedy. Some good laughs and some good characters. Well, actually, all the characters were pretty memorable in that film. And a pretty decent story. So, A Bug's Life Ants came out in July of 1998, and I believe A Bug's Life came out in October or in November of 1998. Alright, so that is the history of the film. So let's talk about the film. In general, we have an ant named Flick. He's basically an outcast and stuff. It's pretty much it's your typical outcast story, underdog story. Alright, so I guess that. But before I talk about the weakness of the film, let's just keep on going on. He's trying to impress. It's a princess named Princess Ada, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who you obviously know her from Seinfeld and The Adventures of Christine, or whatever the hell that show was called. It's been years since I've seen that one. But Princess Ada has a daughter. Has a sister named Dot, played by Hayden Panettiere, and her mother, played by Phyllis Diller. The late Phyllis Diller. But the ants are trying to collect food, and put it on top of a giant rock with a leaf on it, to serve to the grasshoppers. It's actually that kind of movie. And some other films actually try copying that, like DreamWorks, for example. But their leader, named Hopper, played by Kevin Spacey, sees that this fruit is gone because Flick tries to put his invention on top of the thing, and then it causes a chain reaction to the rock and spills every last food into the water. So Hopper tells everybody to double up the food, when the last leaf falls. So Princess Ada and the other people all send Flick to court and try to sentence him, but Flick tries to offer to help out. So they basically agree, and now he's off to go to the city. Along the way, he comes across other characters, like a bunch of circus bugs, which in my opinion are the definite best part of the movie. We have a walking stick named Slim, played by David Hyde Pierce, a ladybug named Frances, played by Captain Dennis Leary from Ice Age. John Raft, Raft, the film's producer, who also helped out with The Brave Little Toaster, and the Rescuers Down Under. He does the voice of the Swedish caterpillar. I think he's Swedish or German. I believe he's German. But the other characters like Dim, played by Brett Garrett, or Rosie, played by Bonnie Hunt, or the Gypsy, played by Gypsy Moss, played by Madeline Kahn, and Mandy, played by the late Jonathan Harris. And these two Hungarian pill bugs. I thought they were tumble beetles, or whatever you call them, but they're pill bugs. they're being treated like crap by this flea named PT, played by Ham from Toy Story, himself. And then Flick sees them and then tries to convince them that grasshoppers are coming in and stuff, and they're like treating them like crap and stuff. And then Slim's like, "Oh, I'll take that job." Really? Alright, so they set up for Ant Island, and now, they realize that they were actually gonna be like warrior bugs because there's a very funny scene in the movie, which I will talk about in a minute. But they basically leave, and Flick convinces them to stay. And then they get chased down by a bird, and then later on they get an idea by creating another bird and stuff. And then it goes to that typical liar revealed story that we already know, who obviously hates that kind of story. Honestly, I don't mind these kind of stories. I don't really think they really necessarily slow down a film, because it does give an opportunity of a character to go back and redeem himself. And that's what I like about those things. So, I guess Tarzan did something like that as well, but there are other films I know do something like that. But, so the problem I have with this film, there's only one problem with the film. It is the story. And, yeah, it is pretty much of a weak story. But what does redeem itself for the story is the comedy. I mean, this film is really funny. Like, hilarious. I'd be lying if I said I actually thought it was a little bit more funnier than Ants. Because the funniest part of the film is with the circus bugs, particularly from from Slim and Francis. I love the first part where what's his name, and pops up, and he's what do you call it? Slim was like talking to PT, and he's like, PT, what's the point? Not now, Slim. What's the point of going out there anyway? They'll only laugh at me. It's because you're only a clown. No, it's because I'm a prop. You'll always cast me as the broom, the pole, the stick, the splinter. You're a walking stick. It's funny. Buzz out, you parasite. That part always cracks me up. The caterpillar is so hilarious that he wants to be a beautiful butterfly. And one of my favorite parts in that movie is when when Slim and Francis are dressed up like flowers. Tra-la-la-la-la, springs in the air, and I'm a flower with nothing interesting to say. Ah, a bee! I'm a cute little bumblebee. Here I come. Ah, slow down, you flowers. Oh, candy corn. Here, let me help you to finish it. Francis, leave them alone. They're poo-poo heads. They actually say poo-poo a couple of times, but the poo-poo head scene, and then they're inside of a restaurant, and this other bug, I was like, hey, who ordered the poo-poo platter? I could go on referencing this movie, because I love quoting movies, like I did for my review for Aladdin. But those other characters I also really love. All the characters are very enjoyable as well. I really like Flick. I like Princess Etta. Dot's an adorable character. The Queen gets a few good laughs. The circus parts are the best parts. The villain is pretty cool, and Hopper's brother, or what's his name, Malt, played by Richard Kind, aka Tom from the Tom and Jerry movie. And some other show. I think it was Frasier. No, he was in another show. I'm trying to remember, because Frasier stars Kelsey Grammer from the Simpsons. But there's other stuff I really like about the film. The comedy is really great. There's a lot of good humor. The writing, again, there are definitely some good heartfelt moments, and I do like the connections of the characters. I actually do enjoy Flick himself. I do actually want him to be able to be appreciated for all the stuff he's trying to help out with. Yes, he did tell a lie and stuff, but you know what? At least he goes back and saves the day and stuff. That's what I enjoy for a character. You made a mistake, you go back and fix the mistake. That's simple. So, the animation, of course, from PIXAR, I forgot to mention, is really good. This is actually the second film to be directed by John Lasseter. And then next film he would direct was Toy Story 2, and then after that it would be Cars, which we'll get to that later. But So the visuals in the movie are definitely breathtaking. Like they do seem, I mean, like pretty groundbreaking. The Toy Story did have good visuals as well. Oh, like the outside world and stuff, like Pizza Planet or the neighborhood and stuff. It's really cool. This actually has like a more of a to scale environment, not from the bugs, but just from the plants and the soil and stuff and the backgrounds and stuff. It's just amazing. So overall, I think A Bug's Life may not quite be as good as as Toy Story, but I still think it's a great film regardless. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. So if you have seen it, what did you think about it? Just comment below, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I will see you in my review for Toy Story 2. I am the Bostonian Critic, and I'm signing out. Take care.